Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? It is the Roundup. We back with you guys. Got Tamara, Levi, Rissa in the building. What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's going on,
Hey,
guys? What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. Glad to be with you guys. We got a fresh new topic for you. We're going to talk about something. It's a little strange to me in this day and age. I feel like growing up, men we were taught to treat women a certain kind of way to you know not necessarily be a chump, but at least to take care of our women and to show them a good time and be cordial and whatnot. But I wanted to address this word, a simp, right? Y'all heard about that word before, right? Tamarissa, Levi. So
Mhm.
yes,
this
but
word
I'm saying
simp, right?
what?
Yeah, you told
Yeah,
me
but
earlier.
you need to you need to find the
Yeah.
meaning because it's changed over the years, which I didn't know. But
So
Yeah.
so what so what I from what I've heard, the main definition of simp is a simpleton or someone who is ignorant of certain things. It's a simp is a shorter version of the word simpleton, but it's
Which
gone
is
through the day.
that is its original meaning.
That's the original meaning,
Right.
right? So nowadays we've come to this word simp, and it describes a man who is, this is what on dictionary.com it says, a simp is a slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. Like some just, some type of a small activity, just like a hello, how you doing, whatever. And it's someone who is doing it thinking that they're supposed to get something, right? Now, I can deal with that definition, but lately we've been seeing definitions of just men in general who are taking care of their women, their husbands are doing what they're supposed to do, and they're calling them simps. It's crazy to me. Do you guys how do you feel about that? I give you like a definition, not a definition, but an example. Like maybe earlier in the year, I believe Russell Wilson. I believe he paid for something for his son-in-law, right? For future son. Was that what happened? He paid. I forgot exactly what he did,
For
but he
his
paid.
for his bonus son.
stepson, Terrence, not son-in-law.
Yeah. Says
Oh,
bonus.
for his stepson. For his
Yeah.
stepson. I said son-in-law for his stepson.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you said
I don't know why I said that,
son-in-law.
but I meant stepson.
Yeah.
He what did he pay for? I forget exactly what it was, Rissa.
Something that he needed. I forgot, but I do know what you're talking about.
Because Future wouldn't pay for it, right?
From what I gathered, correct. Or
And
yeah, I think that's what I remember reading.
basically,
It was something like that, or like Sierra asked him to contribute to something, and he like gave her a hard time. So Russell was like,
yeah,
"I just take care of it for you."
And Russ was like, "I'll just take care of it," right? And people were calling him a simp for that. And I'm like, this is this man's wife. You know what I'm saying? He's taking
Not,
care of
his
it.
son,
not
too.
Future, who gave her a hard time on a subject dealing with their child, but
Right.
Russell Wilson,
I mean,
the one that takes care of the situation.
Right.
Exactly. Like, though, I mean, that's his son too. He helps to take care of him. That's his son too. I don't understand why he received that type of publicity or when it should have been. They should have been talking about Future.
Exactly. So is that how our society is turning now? Do you feel like I don't know. I feel like it's more men that were saying that he was a simp than women. I don't know. How would you think about that, Levi? I feel like more men were saying that. I didn't see you drinking. I was looking at the camera, but I feel like nowadays, I think like the way that we grew up, like I always see my dad taking care of my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing what he's supposed. I wouldn't say what he's supposed to do, but what he feels like doing to make sure that she is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But in a sense, that is what a man is supposed to do. Like
exactly.
as your mother's husband, he's doing what a husband is supposed to be doing. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think it is either. But what do you feel? Do you feel like I don't? Maybe not the guys that are closest to us, but I feel like society is making it be that way. How do you feel about that, Levi? Especially
I really feel like it started.
Oh, look at that mic.
Yeah, that's the first time I
What is I'm sorry,
attached.
that's a new prop.
Yeah.
No, this
He
is not a
usually-
new prop. The reason
No,
why
he usually has it
I
On
usually
some-
have it on a stand, but I had to take the stand somewhere. So for right now, because I hadn't gotten another stand, I'm holding it right now.
When you move it takes your sound away.
Totally. You said what?
The sound goes away when you keep moving.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, as we were continuing on, I felt like it was starting in my generation because, I mean, I feel like around my time is where it really was showing that good guys finish last, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you would see, you know, good guys going above and beyond, trying to grab a girl, but they, you know, you always lose to, you know, the bad boy, yada yada yada. Good guys are, you know, boring, yada yada yada. So as a good guy, a lot of times, you know, you would do more. You know what I mean, or try to do more, or buy more, or try to do all these things, and it could make you look like a simp for sure.
I feel you on that. I mean, I can see that when it's somebody who is not, you know, if it's somebody you're trying to gain their affection, whatever, that's different. But like if it's a husband or somebody like, you know, somebody who's, you know, gone through the vows and been with this person for even if it's not husband, if it's someone who's been married for more, I mean, not married, but dating for more than maybe 6 months, maybe a year. And they're doing whatever they can to make sure that their lady is pleased. I don't see how a person, to me, it comes off as simp as a derogatory thing. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it could be a definition, but I don't see why it should be derogatory. It comes off,
especially when you're married or something like that. I mean, how can you be a simp to your spouse? That just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So the only people that's got to be saying that are people who are miserable in their marriages or something.
Exactly.
Like, that's the only thing.
Miserable people who just can't keep a relationship.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they hate on those type of things. You know.
Yeah.
They have Sierra and Russell on the outside, at least, look like they have a very successful, great, you know, relationship or marriage, and you know, a lot of times people talk on that negatively because that's not something that they have at all. So, you know.
Or able to provide. So like, you know, because I agree, Terrence, like I have seen most of this come from men calling other men that. So usually these are men who appear to be less financially stable, i.e. broke, or they don't have what it takes either financially or emotionally, mentally, physically, or whatever to do those things and provide those things. So because they may be feeling some type of way about themselves, oh, that person that he is sent because he's doing what he's supposed to do. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't think that. And I think people also fail to realize that the woman should also be doing those things on her end as well. So it's supposed to be some reciprocity going on. It's not just one person doing this.
100% on both ends, you know?
Right. Exactly.
I was reading this one blog and they named a couple of celebrities who they thought were simps. And I mean, I don't know, it's tough, right? So I'll go down the list of the celebrities that they said. The number one simp that they had up there was Prince Harry. And they say that he's a cautionary tale. Men should not look to him as a role model because he allowed his wife to come in and change his whole atmosphere and everything. So he had the potential to be a king, and he ended up as a simp.
No, he didn't.
And he'll never be taken seriously. He abandoned his royal ancestry in order to live in California and to retire as a carousel rider. That's what the person wrote. I don't know. Like we were talking about this earlier, me and Tamara, before we went to record, about I can see why people would say that about Prince Henry, because he was a prince. It's not something like us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, you know, his wife was being I mean, from what they told us in the interview, you know, if anyone saw the Oprah interview, she was saying how she was being ridiculed, how she was they were talking about, you know, the baby they were about to have and whatnot. And so he wanted to take her out of that because she said that she was contemplating suicide. So he wanted to take her out of that. So how maybe this blog came out before the interview. It doesn't.
But
It's
see, the
not
thing
date.
about it is, though, even with Prince Harry, okay.
Oh no, it came out after. I'm sorry, it came out after the interview. So because the interview
Do
was like
they
in.
know the story of Princess Diana and her husband and like, you know, Harry and what's the name? William's daddy?
Yeah.
Because like right now he's married to Camilla, right? Okay, so him and Camilla always were dating. Princess Diana was the one that was liked by the queen and everybody else. He didn't want to marry her. So, and I only know a little bit because I don't really follow them like this, but after speaking with my sister about it, because she knows about the royals, he punked out, and instead of standing up to his mother and saying, I want to marry Camilla, he goes and caves and marries Princess Diana. That was not who he wanted to be. And now, of course, he's with Camilla now, and that's a scandal in and of itself. So Prince Harry's a simp because he stood up for his wife? That doesn't make any sense. And honestly, he won't gonna be king no time soon. He's the younger brother.
Right, he's the younger brother. He has his father and his brother to go to.
Right, and his brother has children and his brother has sons. So the line of succession was not even going to go through him. Anytime soon. He didn't have no potential to be king.
I just don't know. I mean, I look at today's society, and I feel like, the nice, like Levi was saying, the nice guy does finish last. So I don't know. Trevor, what do you feel?
Levi, I'm gonna bust you up. I agree with everything that is everything that's being said. I do agree. In the situation of Harry and Meghan, I understand, why he had to do what he had to do. Now, again, his position is not like a common person. He did have, he had hierarchy and all that jazz. So that I'm sure that was a very hard thing for him to do. But you have to look at, like, time changes things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where back in the day, he probably wouldn't have made that move back in the day.
But especially in his daddy's age group, like his daddy's time.
That would have never happened.
Yeah.
But because time has changed, especially with, the different situations with race and all of that's been broken down now. I feel like, I'm sure he loves his family. He understands the power that he comes from, but all of that, because there was a lot of racism.
Yeah.
And he probably doesn't look at where he sits in the hierarchy. He doesn't look at it like that. You know what I mean? So I say that to say he was the first one that went out the box with marrying Meghan and all of that went on, and he's protecting his interests. That's his future. That's his present. That's his everything. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And when I heard that they were moving to California, I was like, oh yeah, that's a big move. Like,
with no security at that.
Right. That's big. Yeah. That's huge. So, but first of all, this is his wife. This is not his girlfriend. This is his wife. He has a commitment to her. They have vows. They have children. Like, that comes in as a protection that he had to do for her.
Yeah.
Because there, where his family is and everything, that she couldn't sustain that. That was just too much. It was way too much. And I don't blame him. Now, again, I don't understand this new definition of what a simp is. It's totally stupid to me. But I think that goes into, because, like, this is a man's world and women are just supposed to be, submissive to a man. And I agree in some terms of that. I do believe that a woman should be submissive in some ways, but with all these men calling these other men simps when they're just protecting their wife and making sure that their needs are met and they're being catered to, It's absolutely asinine. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
stupid. But I believe that they're doing that because a man is supposed to be that one that dominates, and he's supposed to be that one that dictates the choices and the situations and all that stuff. Listen, that's been out the window many years ago because men have I mean, I hate to say this, and not this is just general, but most men don't take care of their business. So
exactly,
you know what I'm saying? It's not that man's world anymore. But these people who are calling these men simps who are actually taking care of, like, y'all need to become simps and do what you need to do.
Would you feel like? Do you feel like?
Take
Do you
notes.
feel like Will Smith was a simp especially after what happened between him and Jada and the entanglement that happened?
No, I don't. People also need to understand
repair his marriage.
Exactly. People
it's different, right? So you have to
right. And I'm not saying that it's okay to forgive infidelity. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But you really have to understand what marriage really is about.
Right.
And like even when Tamara was saying, like, this is his interest, this is his future. You got to understand, once you become married, that is now your family, and they're the ones that come first. Before your mom, before your daddy, before your sisters, before everybody else, those people now come first because this is your family that you are creating. This is the one that takes priority over everyone else. And that's what Harry was doing. It wasn't like, she was pissy because, they don't like me. This woman literally was on the brink of killing herself.
Right. It was protection.
So, right. And things because of, her background and the fact that she was, she's half Black and all these other things, like there were higher stakes here. With Will and Jada, they are simply a married couple trying to find their way. And obviously they were extremely committed to overcome the infidelity. And if that's what they choose to do, that's what they choose to do. That doesn't mean that he's a simp. It doesn't mean that, she's giving him a pass. Or, because in that interview, she also spoke like he had some discretions on his side. Of
course
too.
He did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, exactly. And she chose why is the woman stupid for forgiving her husband? No, but people need to understand what happens in a marriage and what all that entails. Everything that you have built together, there's a lot of investment in time, and sometimes all of that does override infidelity. I'm not saying that would be me personally, but I don't know. So people have to understand, like, when you love somebody and y'all have built this life together, y'all have children, you have years under your belt of marriage, it's not that easy to just throw all away.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he chose to forgive her. He chose to forgive her, and that's that. That's his wife. That's their marriage. Mind the business that pays you.
True. I don't know. It's tough because a lot of these names that they had up here, Will Smith. I don't know some of the. I don't know what was that. I don't know some of the. I heard something in the background. I'm sorry, but anyway.
That was just you.
I don't know.
Let me ask you. Some of these names that are on here are these like just men dating some women, or these are all married men that are on this list?
This list, I looked up celebrity simps, and they were showing the biggest celebrity simps in recent time. One was Harry, 2 was Will Smith. Now they have number 3 is Kanye West, and 4 is I don't know why they got Kanye West up here. I don't know. Maybe because of I don't know. A lot of people were coming at the Kardashians because of their relationship with a lot of the Black men. So maybe that's what it is. What do you have to say, Levi? Oh, we can't hear you.
Let him speak. Once he get that mic ready, let's listen.
What did Kanye do for Kim so much that made him a simp though? Like
nothing.
If only I know, like her marrying him enhanced her.
Exactly.
Right. Not the other way around.
It wasn't the other way around.
I don't understand. Like that's what I'm saying. This definition of simps is weird to me. Like I don't get.
I will say in the definition of simp, like you seeing the word simp used, I'm mainly seeing it like when a guy is trying to go after a girl or like
Right.
is trying to get a girl where he is doing so much and she's not giving him any play.
Right.
But he's like
Right.
spending all his cash, all this other stuff, and basically she's just using him up. And he's like maybe he's oblivious to it, and everybody else can see that.
Well, let's talk
anyway.
Right,
I agree with that. I agree with that definition. I feel like that should be the standard, but I feel like it's kind of warped.
It has,
especially with media,
where
like if you're like, I've heard people like say, I ain't doing all this for my woman. She gonna be like this. She gonna be like that, and she gonna tell her to do what I say, and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Having that type of mindset, and I'm like, I don't understand that. I would say like I understand if I'm married. If we're married, if we're in this life road together, then I want to make sure that you're taken care of, just like I hope that you're making sure that I'm taken care of, and that I don't have no undue stress. You know what I'm saying? And like with the whole thing with Russell Wilson, he just making sure his girl don't have no undue stress. You know what? I got it. You don't have to even worry about this. So I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
but even if you're dating, it still should be okay because that's the period that you were in before you become husband and wife. You have to show that you have to show those things. You have to show those things.
You disappeared.
Your picture
you disappeared.
Oh my! I had something happen with my camera where I was frozen there for a second, but
okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's
welcome back. Well,
but yeah,
I will say this. Like, I feel like I hope that people start to not. What's the word Donnie likes to use all the time? Conflate. I hope people don't conflate the meaning for a simp for a person who doesn't deserve those affections from a woman as to a person who deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're married, we've been married to you kind of deserve those affections from a woman. You know what I'm saying? And you should get, some kind, not play per se, but that type of love and respect back. You know what I'm saying? Right. But like, so how would you, as a young girl, if you see a guy coming up and trying to do this for you, do that for you, how do you navigate whether that's genuine or not? Like, cause I feel like some people can be simps and they're using it to try to get sexual favors or whatever. And do you feel like some young girls can navigate that, or how have y'all navigated that, ladies? How have you navigated that in the past?
You just simply tell them, listen, like if we're in a talking phase, that's what we're doing. I'm not giving nothing up to you. Like you have to be upfront, like in the beginning, be upfront, let them know. This is Levi, you will be able to talk in a little bit. Be upfront with these men. Let them know what it is from the beginning, so they know. Like, look, I'm not doing this just to have sex with you. Like, I want to get to know you. Right. Maybe there's a future ABCD. Like, that's what I think. That's what needs to be. And you don't have to come like abrupt with it. But I mean, I'm just saying that's a conversation that needs to be had.
Right.
And if
intentions need to be made clear.
Right. And if the man understands that and he still wants to shower her with gifts and this and that, then great. And if not, great. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's what, if I were giving advice to a young girl, that's what it would be.
Now I knew a girl and I guess her friend would have been described as a simp because she was not, I don't know if she made this claim to him, but to us, she told us that she was not attracted to this man, but, he helps her out. She was a single mom. She had 3 kids. He would, and he was the type of guy who is dating to marry, not just dating around, just to date. Mm-hmm. And so she was using him. And I told her about herself. And she got mad at me because I was like, because she was like, oh yeah, when she got to work late, he picks the kids up from school, he drops them off, he takes them to their extracurricular activities, he's taking her out on dates. He's doing all these things because he's dating to marry. And the reason why I knew that is because she said he was like a minister, and and she was saying, oh yeah, he's really not my type, but he really helps me out. And I said, well, are you dating him?
Huh? Did she tell him that did she tell him she was not attracted to him? She didn't want anything
No,
more than
I really don't believe so, because he was talking marriage, and she was like, and I don't know if she told him that, but I don't think so. And I had to tell her, I'm like, look, women have a responsibility not to lead people on. Everybody does, though. Everybody does. Everybody. So if you know this man is dating you because he has the intention to marry, and most Christian men, that's what they do. They're not dating you just to be dating around. I mean, at least that's what that's the kind of I've encountered. So if you are taking these gifts, you know you're not attracted to him, and you're keeping your options open, you need to tell him that. Because if you're not going to go there, then you need to stop accepting these gifts, because he's not doing it just to be your friend. Exactly. This is not what that's about. And so you are going to have to stop accepting these gifts. Now, if you told him that up front and he still chooses to shower you, that's a whole different topic. But I would still be cautious about accepting things from someone, because that would still mean to me he's still holding out hope. You know what I mean? So, but I had to tell him, like, you wrong. You dead wrong, because you know he likes you. But you're using him because you know you're a single mom and he's helping you out with your kids. And you like going out on these days because you ain't spending your own money. You like doing these things, but you're not attracted to him, and this is not what he's trying to do. Right. So if that's the case, you need to tell him and stop taking these, because and in the meantime, she's talking about reconnecting with somebody from high school and all this other guy she really, really likes. I'm like, why are you letting this man do this for you? Yeah, so, that's and she was literally him on, and from her description, he really was a nice guy. So I'm just like, nah, you wrong, boo. You need to stop.
Totally wrong.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Because I feel like some people, like I've been in that situation where you feel like there would beyond hope beyond hope, and something would break, right? But I feel like as long as the person who is receiving that is being upfront and honest, about their feelings, right? Is being upfront and honest about their feelings, then it's cool. But like in that situation, like you said, I mean, come on, she should have told him. I mean, was she paying child support, you said, or just helping around the house?
No, but he was helping her out financially, helping her out with her kids. Because she had 3 kids, and they all of them were in extracurricular activities, and she had an 8 to 5, and all the hustle and bustle during the week that she needed help with, because she no longer had her ex-husband. He was filling in the gap, but she didn't like him like that.
True.
And every time you talked about him, you made a point to say that. So I'm like, why are you letting him do all this for you if you don't like him? That's not cool. You're using him.
Karma is real. You know what I'm saying? You have to be careful of how you treat people. You really do. Yeah. Like you that thing goes, if it doesn't present itself in your present or near future, that thing's gonna come back to you to bite you.
Yeah, and that's what, and
you don't do that.
She's a pretty woman, and she's stacked. So I understand it's easy for you to pull a man, but you have got to understand, because you could cross the wrong man, and some men are crazy. So you know what I'm saying? You got kids out here that you got to think about. So stop bringing in these men just because they provide a service to you, and that's all that he was doing. You weren't interested in him like that. You won't nowhere near, and it showed, because every time you talk to him about us, you was like, yeah, he's not really my type. You said that every single time you spoke about him. We ate lunch together every day. So come on, you told us that.
And the thing is, she's wasting a good man's time,
right? Like, because his wife, who was going to deserve it,
right, is being held up by her sympathy.
Exactly.
See, that's what I'm saying.
She got mad at me and she ain't talked to me no more. But that's
well, you need to tell her the truth. And that's the thing, like, this thing with relationships, don't waste my time. Mm-hmm. Don't waste my time.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Like, that's why I said in the beginning, like, be upfront about what you expect out of the relationship. Be upfront about your feelings and what's true to you. Right. If something down the line can work out, then okay. And if not, then okay. But I'm being my authentic self, telling you everything that's on the line, because I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste my time.
Exactly.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's so, and that's the thing where now these people don't do that. Like you have these serial daters who, you know, just one man after another. And when you do that, you get desensitized from, you know, and I'm not
Yeah, you do.
You do. I'm trying to choose my words right because we got a lot of people we know that do this, but you get desensitized from like really wanting that true authentic relationship because you've been with so many people, men or women, and you it's sort of like it's what's in it for me.
Right.
But it's like no. Everyone needs to be truthful up in this piece so that I know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Right. Like,
Um,
and that's why I used to, before I got married, when men would try to talk to me, like, look, if all you want is sex, then just tell me that. And let me be able to decide if I want to oblige you or not. Because if I don't, that's fine.
Why did it switch
I'm
like that? Why did it switch like that?
Because Levi's camera is out.
Something going on with Levi camera.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Mister.
But like, let me be woman enough to know you to make my own decision. Don't try to come in my space and try to woo me and break me down because you think that's what it takes to get sex from me. Be honest with me.
Right. I'll save you the time so you can go to the next and get what you want.
Exactly. Chances are, for every woman that for one of me that's gonna tell you no because that's not what I'm looking for, you're gonna find way more who's gonna be down for the cause.
Exactly.
Go for it.
Like, just be truthful about it.
I just want to take a moment to say a prayer for Levi's camera. Lord, please get Levi's camera together in Jesus' name.
In the name. Are you okay over there? Dang.
I'll be seeing logos. Like, come on, bruh. You okay?
Fresh fire logos of see. But I was reading on this website where there's a more up-to-date version, because apparently there's a lot of TikTokers talking about simps, and there's a Simp Nation challenge and all this other stuff. But put simply, a simp is Gen Z's version of a nice guy, and there's a twist to it. They is someone who, instead of working on themselves and attempting to attract a member of the opposite sex by being thoughtful or interesting, they focus on being controlling and sycophantic. They use faux niceness to lull their victims into a false sense of security, hoping to gain romantic leverage to be cashed in later.
Exactly.
The simp definition is very basic and entirely heteronormative, offering a very two-dimensional view of modern romance. But the gender is interchangeable in this instance. So basically, I mean, I think we need to keep simp in that mindset. Right. Simp is, it comes off as derogatory. You know, it doesn't come off as something that's a term of endearment, especially for a husband. So I don't see why people were using that word anyway. I don't know. Have you ladies ever experienced that? Like someone who was using it, who was being overtly nice and trying to woo you and lie you, but you could tell that they were trying to just get in your pants?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But see, the thing about it is,
I think that's most men that's trying to
do any of those succeed?
Women men are not as
I said, did any of those succeed?
Well, you know my answer.
Yeah. I'm talking about Marissa. Did any of those succeed?
Oh, did any of succeed?
Yeah.
No. No.
Okay.
So, like,
were you expecting a different answer? Hold on. Were you expecting a different answer, Levi?
No. I was genuinely.
It looked like you were.
No. I was genuinely asking, like, because I just wanted to know. Because a lot of simps, they end up succeeding at the end. To be honest,
that's true.
No, that's true. But see, the reason why though, that I was able to hold my ground was because this was during the time that I was saved and celibate, and so until like Tamara, I would always tell guys up front, like, look, I've been celibate for this long and it's not happening. So a lot of the times that was it was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, because it's like, well, if you ain't doing it this long, then ain't no point in for me even trying. So they would just go to the next.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was never you know, my ex
Well, I
tried to
mean,
come
from this
back once,
definition,
and
you're
he
saying that.
almost succeeded, but
Who?
he did not. My ex.
Oh. Yeah.
He almost got me. Almost.
Unfortunately, nobody had to ever do anything for me. It was flip light switch, but
Oh my God.
you know,
That's all it took.
that's all it took.
Oh Lord.
No, but I don't know. Have you ever has a lady ever done that for you, Levi? Like you felt like, do you feel comfortable talking about that? Where you feel like someone was trying to do this or whatever to get in your pants?
Let me see.
Yeah, well, I should say to get.
I will really have to. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? Thank you, Marissa. Yes, that did happen.
Oh,
yeah, that's happened before.
Marissa, why you say yes so fast, Marissa? How you even know?
Because I'm pretty sure. Like,
yeah, it happens on both sides, man. It really does.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it happens on both sides. But Levi used to get a lot of stuff thrown at him when he was when you were at your last
Marissa.
When you were at your previous place of employment many years ago, you got a lot thrown at you.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And it'll surprise you like the different age ranges. Yeah.
Oh, I know you had some cougars.
These
I
ladies
know you had some cougars.
Yeah, these ladies are crazy. Like for real.
Women are just as bold. So
yeah.
Did you ever accept those gifts, Levi?
I did accept some gifts. I did.
Yeah, I bet
No.
I did. I'm not even gonna lie. But
they go in there asking about a couch. Come take my cookies and my money, huh?
No, but it was a situation where like we were both talking at that point in time. Like it wasn't like, oh yeah, you gonna give me stuff because I just wanna like I'm just gonna get it from you. No, we was talking and it just ended. Like nothing ended, but I kept the gifts. I mean, whatever for me is like if it goes down that path and both of you are doing whatever for each other and it just ends, you keep the gift for whatever.
No, I have to take that back. I have had people. I've had people to try to. I don't think. I mean, they weren't overtly trying to like just all out have sex with me. No, but I've had ladies come and give me certain things or do certain things or cook for me or other stuff. And
the cooking thing is real.
It's real, man.
I think that's like the first thing that they'll try is cooking.
I'll make you a part of this. I'm gonna make you.
Come on over for breakfast. And, okay,
yeah, okay. And then the next day, you like that food? Yeah, I can cook it for you. Yeah, and then start getting close.
One thing about a woman, they love to get their man on their cooking. Like they love to
that's
have
true.
A man like they cook.
That's very true.
And that's the first thing that'll draw you in. If you could cook, you got a man on the hook.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Because let me tell you something. I can cook, but I don't like to cook. So definitely, I'd rather have
somebody else cook for you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Why you saying like that? I mean, it is what it is.
It is because it's exactly.
I mean, that's just a man. That's a that's a normal.
I think that's a standard man thing.
That's a standard. Yeah, that's a normal man's thing.
Yeah.
I hope I don't get reamed for this. Whoever's watching it. Oh, he's such a man.
But it's true.
But it's
women
true.
know that. That's why women use that. Like, what was that show? I was watching some show. And they were older, and the man's wife had passed, and it had been like some months, right? And then all of a sudden, all the ladies from the neighborhood started bringing him food.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know it's a movie.
That? I forgot what it was. And
are you talking about Problem Child? When they moved to that new neighborhood, and
I don't know I can't remember what it was. I don't think it was called that. But Tara, I think we were watching it. Remember?
Yeah.
And we were like, see that they ain't slick.
Right.
That's what I always told my husband. If anybody's bringing you lunches to work, you better tell me. Because that ain't no. No. And see, that's what men, sometimes y'all can recognize it, but I think a lot of men sometimes are not privy at first. So women can finesse men a lot easier and slicker than the other way around. I can say it like that.
Yeah, you'll be in the fray, and you'll be in the weeds, and you'll be like, "How did I?"
Yeah. I don't think
like
I don't think right off. Like it's like you. for a woman, for me, it's like I don't expect that right off. Like I expect me to do that, something like that. You know what I mean? But
Right.
you know, for a woman to, you know, slick her way in there, sometimes it's unnoticeable. But after a while, you start to catch on.
Some women are really overt with it. Like if women start like touching and feeling on me all of a sudden everywhere, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what she's doing. But some women really stick with it. They just really, you know, they get close to you, or they get, you know, very not worried, but they start thinking about your well-being, ask you all types of questions about your life and everything.
They come to you talking about their exes or whatever their current relationship, trying to make it seem like he's so bad,
and then see how you
trying
treat.
to get your trust.
Well, see, I'm sorry. Then I need to be careful then, and how I relate to men that aren't like
you
my
do.
brothers or friends.
Yeah, you do.
Because I think it's just the country nature in me. I do that all the time with men. Like, you know, I want to cook for them, or I'll ask like you know, you good, but you know what I mean. I guess it just depends on how you come up with it.
The cooking thing is a really big one. You can't just be not to no randoms.
Mm-hmm. But see, Tamara, the thing that
like if you got a relationship, I get that. If we got a long-term relationship, friendship, or whatever, I get that. But it's different for.
But see, and Tamara, even though it's coming from a good place, but you'll know who you can do it for and who you can't, because you'll know if a guy is attracted to you. We always know that.
Tamara don't be knowing.
I'm just saying.
Tamara don't be knowing.
No, sometimes, but no, she's gotten a lot better. Like the older she's gotten a lot better. Her radar is on point now. So
I'm just saying, like, you know, just an example.
Somebody almost got past the gate. So she knows.
I'm just saying, like, the nurturing part of me, you know, that just comes natural. Like, if you hungry. Let's say, you know, I've done this to one of my brother's friends, and I didn't know at the time that he was trying to get with me. I didn't know that. I didn't know. But like, he would come over because he was seeing my brother, and, you know, they were, you know, getting ready to go out or whatever. So like, he would talk to me and stuff, and I'm like, oh, you know, you want a sandwich? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, I would do that all the time. But anyway, you know.
I guess it's like a you know, a fine line that you have to really learn how to, you know, gauge. Because I feel like, and all these relationships, because everyone has so many different viewpoints and mindsets on how relationships are, how family is supposed to be, how love is supposed to go. And it's difficult to navigate that, because especially like coming from the country mindset and then living here in the city, and how different it's very different. And I don't know, you just have to learn how to navigate it, I guess. And like you said, you figured it out. I mean, everyone figures it out. You just learn when people do certain things, you can sense it, almost can smell it. It's like you can almost can y'all feel like y'all can smell pheromones? Like when people start giving off hormones and stuff, you can smell it sometimes, right?
I can't smell it. You just sense it.
You can sense it.
Yeah,
you know,
you can sense.
Yeah,
you can
sense when things start.
I feel like
to
I
change.
can smell it.
Yes, you can definitely, and you can just like,
because it's just like a feeling that you get.
Yeah,
that has happened to me at work once, and
this
guy was married, trying to come at me, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" And like I had known him for so long because we went to school together. So I'm like, "Dude, what's going on?"
and that's the thing, like, because maybe because I don't know who be watching this, but like at my job as a married man, but I feel like he does a lot of extra stuff. You know what I mean? And I was talking to one of my friends about it, and I was like, "Is this normal? Is this how guys are? Like, or should I be like a little on the radar of, okay, let me like keep my distance, because he is like overly friendly, and you can tell it's a difference." But I don't know. I don't know, because I know even married guys, single guys, whatever, y'all, it's just that innate thing that guys have. That
they flirt. Yeah, we flirt. I mean, I see. I'm sorry. Go
around a woman who you might find attractive, you just naturally flirt or whatever you want to, be extra friendly with or whatever, you know what I mean? And it's probably no harm from, their point of view, but the woman's like, well, wait, you married though, but so, but I think that's just normal for a man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I thought it was normal, but then he actually propositioned me, and I was like, "What?"
I won't say that. I feel like
guard. I was like,
I feel like to some extent, men will flirt but there's an extent, like it's like a joking type thing. But certain things, there's certain lines, especially if you marry, you just don't cross. Like I don't feel like certain guys were in my life who I know have been around attractive women, but maybe because I was with them and they didn't act that way. You know, people act different when there's someone who they know around.
Oh
them.
yeah, 100%.
So it's
I agree.
So it's hard to say, but I feel like for the most part, most men, even if they're married, if they really love their wife and they really in their marriage for real, they're not going to lead anybody on.
Correct.
Not,
right.
You know,
but like that's how you know the difference.
Right.
I have a question now because I know we finna wrap this up. So with the simp, issue or topic that we're on, have we asked Levi and Terrence, has women ever, did that to you guys, but have you ever been simps to a woman that you were trying to?
Well, y'all know my answer. I'm sorry?
Go ahead. I'll let you answer that question first, bro.
Well, y'all know my answer. Yes, of course I have. But but I wasn't looking for, I don't feel like what do you mean? Like you just deal with whatever you have to deal with.
And
like when you say how was I broke down from it, or what do you mean?
Like how was the whole situation? Like how was that?
Oh, like I mean, okay, so for me, like I feel like I'm not looking for like overt sex or whatever or anything like that. If I'm doing something, I'm looking to see if something is going to pop off from it. I might be a little bit overzealous or a little bit high hope-ish. High hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky hopes. Yeah, I've had those. But yeah, I mean, after a while, you just be like, okay, well, that's that. I mean, what can you do? I mean, you can't force nobody to like you. You can't force nobody to love you. So it is what it is.
Do we think that majority of men are simps then? Because
that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like
I think that's where that for me, I think that's like the fine line of really defining, because I feel like a man, if he finds a woman attractive, he's going to go after her, and of course, like he's going to want it to end in a happy ending. I mean, it doesn't necessarily that it's just about the sex, but that is one of those things.
But see, that's what I feel like it's the definition that we were saying was taking it to the point of it being overzealous and doing the most to try to. Right, you're just doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
I think it needs to be said that you have to kind of look at the caliber of men who are coming out their necks talking like this. Like, are these men, are they financially stable or not? Do they have women chasing them all the time? Like, are they the kind of definition of attractive that attracts the masses? Like a general type where people, most women think would look good. Or not. Like, what is it about this group of people who feel the need to come out of their mouth and call other people simps? Because obviously there's something there for you to say that. Like, why? What is it that's gonna make you say that? You know what I'm saying? Because if you go, I'm sorry.
No, when I asked that question, I wasn't referring to the new definition of what a simp was. I was referring to the old term of like, y'all doing the most, buying these women gifts. Have y'all ever done
that? I've done that. I've done that.
I mean, I bought gifts, yes, but I wasn't like necessarily just, okay, I'm buying this gift and I expect you to drop the drawers. That wasn't my intention.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
the original term of a simp, like I don't feel like they do that to get sex. They just do that because
I get what you're saying, Tam.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because like the original version, it's not like necessarily just trying to get sex. It's just a dude who is just doing way too much to a female who clearly is not interested at all.
Right.
And he looks like, okay, dang, bro, you doing the most, but clearly, like, she just playing you. She just taking all you.
Correct. Like she's just not that into.
Right. You got
so Levi, Terrence, y'all have been in that type of predicament before.
Yeah, for sure. I have.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think most. I won't say most men, but I think a lot of men have been in that situation because
at one point or another,
it's a not a crapshoot, but I mean, unless you have that once in a lifetime where you have that first love at first sight type thing, or like with some of our leaders who got married straight out of high school and stuff like that. I mean, that's the only thing that I feel like is a difference. But a lot of guys, you just don't know. I mean, or you thought that I don't know. It's hard to say because I don't know everyone's story. I don't know everybody's situation. Go ahead, Levi.
I know for me, like my two happened like in high school. So, around Valentine's Day, you try to impress or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I went out to Dollar General and I bought the whole thing. I ain't about to go to Party City. What?
Little heart chocolate.
Yeah, so I got a whole bunch of them though, Tam. I got a whole bunch of them just floating around in high school. Everybody looking, every chick looking like, oh yeah, okay. And man, I gave it to this girl, right? And she probably gonna watch this. I don't care, but I gave it to this chick, and she gave it to her. I used to give her rides in my car. All right, rides in my car. After school, I even let her drive my car a couple of times. Right.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. Gave her stuff. What did I
this was high school, right? This was high school. What grade?
I bought her.
What grade was this? Though?
No, maybe 11th grade.
Yeah, I was 11th.
Yeah, about 11th grade.
Okay.
Wow.
And then like bought her a bracelet and all this other stuff, right? So did all that whole time. Like I'm thinking that we good. Like interest.
You thought y'all were in a relationship?
Yeah, well, not a relationship, but I thought we were like, look at this boy. I thought we were like onto something, maybe.
Like she was as interested in you as you were her.
Right. Walking down the hallway together, always seen together. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whole time.
Did y'all ever speak on it? Like, did y'all ever make it?
Yeah, we talked. She talked like it was good, right? So whole time she got another man at another school.
But that's not simping, though. That's not on you. On you, that's not simping, though. I don't feel like if she was acting
it did look like that because other people knew, they just didn't.
And you didn't.
Oh, buddy.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. It looked like that, but I think
that ain't happened to me often. But that one got me. And if you watching this, you know who you are. And I told you about yourself not too long ago on social media, so you know.
Wow. No, but I mean, I don't feel like for you that's you being a simp. I mean, you didn't know.
Sweet, he wasn't like saying,
I never got anything for Valentine's Day.
Alone.
No, not in that way. But right. I mean, I guess I see it as in the sense of a simp of I didn't know I was being played, but other people did know I was.
Right, I got you. Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel you. I get what you're
saying. See, it's always the girls that get stuff for Valentine's Day. I ain't never got nothing in school. Ain't nobody never gave me crap.
Really?
No, I never got. That's why one of the reasons why I hated Valentine's Day. So I was like, people would get cards. Girls walking down the what's the hallway? The hallway that connects the commons and then the classroom. They're walking with their balloons and their teddy bears, and I'm just sitting here just admiring everybody else. Yeah, I never got any of that.
Well, I mean. Yeah. So, I mean, it looks like in society, I hope that we, like you said, this thing is more so a Gen Z thing where
it looks like
it's coming up with, kids trying to like make some kind of, joke for the guys, which I get it. I mean,
it is just say how much Gen Zs have just like literally changed the world. Like these are world changing
social media and TikTok, man.
And not necessarily for the better.
Yes, that's
very true.
Horrible.
It is bad. A lot of it is bad.
It is, so, But we thank you guys for watching. Anyone else have anything else to say, or because I think we're going to close it out on that. All right, so thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you guys. I want to let you guys know we thank you if you're watching, been watching. We appreciate you guys. This is going to be, we're going to take a break for probably about 2-3 months, and we'll be back around November. And we just want to take a break, get some rest. You know, we've been going pretty well for a while now, nonstop. And so we just want to take a break. And really, I have to go and do something for work.
Tell it like it is.
I have to go and do something for work, but it's a
so
good
amazing.
break.
You always try to blame us, dog.
Yes!
And it's always you, bro.
We do,
Stay
yo.
doing that.
I didn't blame y'all for anything. I said we're going to take a break.
Arizona, all that.
I did not blame y'all. I said we were going to take a break. That's what I said. But then
we are taking a break because of your schedule.
Yes, because of my schedule, yes.
Hey, I'm good with it.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm too. But I'm just saying the reason why is solely on you.
Yeah. Audience, please look at my screen. Look at my screen.
Yeah,
look at this.
We're tired of this.
This was happening all the. I don't have no clue. Look at this.
Look at you looking like Pop.
What I look like. Everybody, if you happen to watch this long, God bless you if you did watch this long. By the way, go ahead and joke me for a few times. Leave some comments in the chat, frying me up a little bit. Okay,
you is straight frozen. But yeah, guys, we thank you guys for watching. We hope that Levi's camera will come back before we end. But thanks for watching, guys. We love you guys. We'll see you back in November. And y'all take care. Have a good rest of the summer. We'll see you in fall. Take care. And thanks for watching Thee Roundup. Bye, guys.